Hi, this is Chef Wylie. Kenny has been wanting to do a YouTube channel for years where I teach him how to cook. And so we've been wanting to do this, and now we have no more excuses now that we're sheltering in place due to coronavirus. This is my son, Kenneth. Come on in. Are you ready to learn how to cook?
Yes.
Okay. Our original plan for this was to work through Jacques Pepin's complete techniques. Lesson by lesson by lesson. This is how my mentor, Chef Tom Colicchio, learned how to cook way back in the day, and there's no better way. There's so many wonderful techniques in here, but we can't just get to the store and get whatever ingredients we want whenever we want them. So yeah. I thought we'd do a few basic lessons with ingredients we have on hand first.
Yeah.
The first was pineapple. I went to Whole Foods yesterday, and there were a huge stack of pineapples, 2 for $4, $2 each, which is a great price. And if you go to the pre-cut pineapple and get a little container, you'll pay a lot more than that. And I realized a lot of people are probably intimidated by this. Like, yeah. Kenny, do you know how to cut this up?
Absolutely. I mean, look at that thing. No.
Would you know what to do with this to minimize waste and to get as much as you can out of it? No.
No.
Okay. Well, the first thing you want to do when you're at the grocery store is you want to smell it. I like to smell around the bottom here. If it smells like pineapple, it's good to go.
Well, I'd say pineapple usually smells like pineapple.
No, it doesn't. Actually, if it's underripe, it won't smell like much of anything. Does that smell like pineapple?
Yeah, though it's a lot fainter than if you were actually broke it open.
Yes, that's true. And I've already washed this thoroughly.
So if your nose is clogged, you're not going to be able to test that.
You can also tell you want it to be a little yellow or orange down here at the bottom. That means that it's getting on the riper side. You want to cut off any tags that they've put in there. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is you want to have a sharp knife.
Thankfully, we have lots of those.
We do. Careful. This would probably do for this pineapple. It's big enough to cut through. But this one's my favorite, so this is what I use for almost everything. This knife is basically my right hand. I'm so used to using it. Okay. Another knife that would work well if you're on the more experienced side is a cleaver.
It also works for coconuts. Sometimes.
This also works for coconuts, but only if you know what you're doing. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to take the butt off right there, and we're going to do a nice, if you're scared to do this, make sure all of your fingers are above the knife, and you just cut in. And if you don't have a sharp knife, don't even try this, just buy the pre-cut stuff. All right, so we're going to take the bottom off. And look, there are no bad spots. It looks nice and ripe. Smells good. And now a bonus, you have a nice flat surface to work with. So Kenny, I'm gonna let you, with whatever knife you feel more comfortable with, the big one or the little one, I want you to do the same thing, but take the top off.
All right. I'm gonna go with this one since it's very large and sharp.
Okay.
All right, so about here?
Hold it stable. You want to take about 1/2 inch off. I'll help you get in there. There you go.
And then we're going to go like this?
Yep. Don't go back and forth, just press down. Take your hand on the other side.
Wow.
There you go.
And now we have a new top hat.
Okay. Now, all of the skin and scraps that you're taking off can be used to make some really good infused water. So since I've already cleaned this, I'm just gonna plop that in here.
But it makes a beautiful plant.
Since you put this on your head, I am going to put this in the composter.
No, just wash it. No, okay. It's my top hat.
We're gonna compost that part.
Not my top hat.
All right, so now you have these nice, stable, flat surfaces to work with. You're gonna take your very sharp knife and you're going to take off the peel. You don't wanna take off too much. You don't wanna waste that beautiful, delicious flesh. You wanna cut down the side. And the skin I'm going to throw into my infused water. Cutting down, getting rid of the green.
What are all those little indentations with all the hair-like stuff inside of it?
Well, those are just little, I'm going to show you how to get rid of those next. So all you want to do is get rid of that green layer here. So you're going to skin down the side.
Alright.
Get rid of the skin. Don't worry about those little spiky things. We're going to take care of those next.
They look like birds.
All right. You want to give it a try? Get in there.
So we would go.
Watch your thumb. There you
So we
go.
would go like this.
Yep.
And back and forth, right?
Yep.
And
Take it down the side, kind of curve with the shape of the pineapple.
like that.
Right, yeah, you got it.
Alright, and then we cut off the green spot areas,
Yeah,
right?
anywhere where there's still a little bit of green, slice it off.
Alright. And
Keep
then-
going all the way around.
Alright.
There you go.
And you cut
Careful,
off like
whoa. That's a big knife for you to be swinging around.
Okay then. Just gonna try
Watch
very
your
hard.
thumb. I don't like your thumb here where the blade is.
I'm just gonna try very hard not to cut off my thumb now.
There you go. That's all you can do. Just work your way all the way around.
Cook tip number 1. Generally cutting off your thumb is a bad thing.
It is a bad thing, yes. You could definitely use a smaller knife for this.
Never.
Okay, that looks good. Here, I'm gonna finish it up real quick.
Alright.
Get the rest of this in here. Here, Kenny, if you could go and fill this up with some filtered water. I'll
Alright.
start infusing our yummy pineapple water.
How high?
Up to the neck.
I did not know what water bottles had necks. Or pitchers.
You see what I mean though by neck, right?
Yep.
Okay, so once you have the skin mostly off and you've got these little spiky things, there's some very fancy ways to handle this if you so desire. You can cut in a spiral motion. Like you can see that they're in a line here going diagonally down the pineapple. And so if you're feeling very fancy, you can cut them out by rotating down the pineapple as so. Personally, I don't mind a little bit of spiky skin in my pineapple. It's not the end of the world. I'll eat them. But some people don't like that, so we'll just cut those out. See how I made a cutting pattern all the way around there? All right, we're gonna do that with the rest of it and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we're back. So I took the knife and I cut those spirals to get rid of those little spiky things in the pineapple.
Alright.
I just took a little sharp, you can use the big knife, it's probably easier to use a little knife. I just took it and spun it around and cut it out. And we put all of our beautiful pineapple scraps in this water. We're gonna let this sit in the fridge for an hour or two.
It looks absolutely delicious.
And then it'll taste lovely. You could throw some mint or some ginger in there too if you wanna.
Though it seems a
You
bit
fancy?
spikier than normal.
Yeah. All right, so the next thing you wanna do is, if you have like an apple core, you could get a fancy tool that will actually cut the center out as a circle to make lovely pineapple rings. But I don't really have any use for pineapple rings. I just want pineapple chunks.
Pineapple rings.
Don't make things more difficult than they have to be. So what I do is I find where that core is and I cut right next to it,
Alright.
straight down,
Well, that's a lot of pineapple.
which gives you this beautiful, basically pineapple steak.
Pineapple steak.
Big chunk of,
Order now for only $9.99.
and then I do that on the other side. Straight down. You have another beautiful chunk of pineapple, and then you can do it on the sides here. You just don't want that really pithy center.
This is the child's meal pineapple steak, of course.
Yes. Okay, so this is that pithy core that's no fun to eat. It's really hard. We're gonna stick that in our water as well.
We have the rectangle of pineapple.
Now this you can just cut into chunks. You can eat it as
But it looks beautiful.
It is beautiful. Of course it looks beautiful.
This is a beautiful decoration.
So if you've cut it nicely like we have, you could do...
You could definitely keep this out on a windowsill or a desk for many years.
No, you could not. It would rot so fast. It's fresh fruit. That's ridiculous.
I have no clue what you're talking about. This is clearly the most beautiful upholstery. What's upholstery?
Okay, so there you go. There are your pineapple slices. Good to eat. Would you like one?
Sure.
Have at it. I'm gonna cut these into chunks.
Mmm.
And we're
This is
gonna
delicious.
all of this pineapple for just $2 from Whole Foods. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for
Very
joining. All right, can you go turn the camera off?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.